Now let us move into in detailed of shared object repository file. I mean to say in this section I'm going to explain you like how to edit a shared object repository and how to merge the shared object repositories, and even how can I associate multiple shared object repository to a single action. Okay, so that we are going to discuss now. One thing what we need to note it, we can associate multiple shared object repository to a single test. Let me show you that. Go to resources, sorry, go to resources, associate repositories. So I have two shared object repositories on my screen, repository 1 and add it to action 1. Now have a look on your object repository. See here, it has some information, right? Yeah. Or else what I do is, here we go. See here, it is in a read only mode in the sense it is taken up from the shared object repository, right? So see here, which is about the login. And if I want to add one more to it, the same process, associate repositories, and let me add rip2.tsr also, and that too for the action 1. Now action 1's here, now I have a plenty. So 1 and 2 has been associated. If it can have a look on this, see here, find flights. This is from second. WPF button. This is from first. Here we can see rep1.tsr. If I select a object, then it will display from where it has taken that. Here we go. This is from first. This is from second. Clear? Perfect. Now, this is how we can associate multiple shared object repository to a single action. So let me unassociate this. Go to association and remove the associations. Perfect. We have an option actually. I can merge two shared object repositories and I can make it as a one. Merging shared object repositories. So just move on to your resources object repository manager. Some cases here, why to associate two? Let's try to merge it and make it one. As simple as that. So tools, we have an object repository merge tool. Just open it and open the two files. The primary file, the first one, rep1.tsr. I'm taking as a primary, and the secondary one, rep.tsr, and click OK. See here, some has been taken from 1 and 2 and it has combinationally taken up. The one which is showing up here are the name conflict or the name conflict which are showing you in the red between the two files, primary and secondary. The name conflict, not the properties conflict, the name has been conflicted. So even it will display that. If I want to save it, now I'm going to save it as a third file, repository 3 with combination of repository 1 and repository 2. Like this, if you want, we can merge it. Now, how to edit? So this is merge, we have done with it. Chalo. I have created a shared object repository and suddenly I want to make some changes to it. How to edit a shared object repository file? So whatever the process it may be, even if you have created using object repository manager or else you have exported from the local, the process whatever it may be, if you have a .tsr file, if you want to edit it, we have only one solution, that is using object repository manager. Move on to the object repository manager. open the file what you want to edit. Just go to file, click on open. rep1.tsr is the thing what I want to edit. Okay, see here, it looks in a read-only mode, right? Simple, go to file and click on enable editing. Here we go. Now it's in a enable mode. If I want to make any changes, I can literally do it. See here, I'm deleting the button, I'm deleting the password, I'm deleting some cancel button, I'm deleting this to the rip one. I'm making some modification. If you want, we can add it too. You can add it, or else if you want, you can delete it. So I have made some deletes to it, and now I am trying to save this. Same as rip1.tsr. Clear? My rip1.tsr has OK agent name, WPF image, and WPF image 2. Clear? Now a very interesting part actually. Like I have let's take completely, I want 5 objects to run the test, or else 5 objects. So okay, objects information and agent information, 5 objects completely I want. So okay, agent, password, and some image, and one image, and one cancel. So actually I need this 5 objects information to run my test. Okay, now a simple task actually, so whatever it may be, just have a look on this. In a local object repository, I have few objects. In local object repository, I have OK, already have OK, and let's assume that agent. These two already have in a local object repository. Let's assume this. Just have a look on this. And all these 5 objects actually I have in shared object repository .tsr file. I want this 5 objects so that my test should run actually. So what I am trying to do is, already in the local I have OK and agent. So, and in the shade also have OK and agent, right? In the shade also have those two along with the 3 other. But in the local I have only OK and agent. So I am going to, when I associate this to the local object repository using any method, we have 2 ways to associate, right? Then how does it behaves? Will it override all these things? The OK and cancel, it will completely remove and it will take all this 5 to it. So what is the process of it? Let's have a look on it. I mean to say, first priority will be given to the local or to the shared. Let's have a look on that. Here? Yes. So same example, we'll take it. Let me erase this from the screen. Uh, let us create a shared object repository file with all objects. First, resources. You know how to create it, right? Resources, object repository manager. Click on add objects to local. Click OK. Click OK and save this to my desktop as rip3.tsr. rep3.tsr, which has login information. Perfect. So now let me move on to the local object repository here. Resources, object repository. I'm adding only 2 objects in the local. So before to this, let me unassociate the things what I have done earlier. Let me delete everything from the shared object repository. Go to associate repositories and delete these two. So now my object repository is empty. Let me add it to local actually. Let me add username, that is agent name, and let me add okay, only two. That's it. Okay and agent name. Okay and agent name have in a local. In a shade, I have okay, agent name, cancel, password, like all the objects have. So now let me associate that to this test. So how to associate it? Already have okay and agents here. Resources, associate repositories, browse the rip3.tsr file and add it to action 1. Now we got the script. But if we can observe it, okay and cancel are in read and write mode and all the other objects are in read only mode. Yes, means just have a look on this. If I click on cancel, it is saying that it has taken up from this location. But if I click on OK, it is saying it's a local. If I click on agent name, it is saying it's a local. One thing, I have this OK and agent in the shade also, but it has not taken from the shade. First priority is given to the local. If it is not existing in the local, then only it will take from the shared object repository. Here I am trying to delete this agent name which is in a local. If I delete it, see here, now it has moved into the read only mode. Now it has taken from the rip3.tsr. Means whenever the object is not existing in local, only in that circumstances it will take from the shade. The first priority will be given to the shade object repository files. As simple as that. So three things: we can associate multiple actions to a single test. Next, single action. Next, the first priority will be given to the local and we can merge two shared object repositories and we can make it as a one. By this, we end our shared object repository concept. In the next, we are going to talk with the excellent topic, object identification mechanism in UFT. A very interesting and really helpful, and you'll get a lot of interview questions in that. So we'll end up this. In the next video, we'll be discussing about object identification in UFT.